you doing today?
Good.
My name's Lauren and I'm going to be your nurse today. We're just going to start off with an initial assessment. So can you tell me what brought you in today?
I'm here for my weekly outpatient appointment.
Okay, that's great. So it's protocol for us to do a standard screening about intimate partner violence. So is that something you would be okay talking with me about?
Yeah.
Okay, and I just want to let you know that everything is completely confidential. I saw in your chart that you have some kids, so if you say anything that is concerning about them, then I am a mandated reporter, so I'll have to report that, but everything else is completely confidential and private, so I want you to know you can be open and honest, and it'll just stay between us.
Okay.
So in general, how would you describe your relationship? Does it have a lot of tension, some tension, or no tension?
Probably a lot of tension.
A lot of tension. In what areas do you see that tension?
When I wanted to go to school, my husband got mad.
All right. And do you and your partner work out arguments with great difficulty, some difficulty, or no difficulty?
Great difficulty, probably.
Okay. And do arguments ever result in you feeling down or bad about yourself? Often, sometimes, or never?
Often.
Often, okay. And do arguments ever result in hitting, kicking, or punching?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. I see some bruises on your arms there. Would you mind if I ask some questions about that?
Sure.
So how did you get those?
My husband hit me.
Okay, I'm sorry to hear that. I believe that nobody should have to experience that. So if you're open to it, I'd like to be able to talk about some ways that we can maybe help prevent that and kind of come up with a safety plan for you.
Okay.
Okay, great. And so I have a few more questions here. Do you ever feel frightened by what your partner says or does?
Yeah,
Often?
sometimes.
Sometimes, okay. And has your partner ever abused you physically?
Sometimes.
Sometimes, okay. And has your partner ever abused you emotionally?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Okay, so you said that you sometimes were abused physically and emotionally, and you also said that you had a lot of disagreement about you wanting to go to school. Would you mind telling me just a little more about that?
Yeah, I told him that I wanted to go to school, whether he approved of it or not, and so he said no, so I enrolled in some online classes, and when he found out about it, he destroyed all my textbooks and hit me.
I'm really sorry to hear that. So how do you feel about that, those situations and kind of his opinions on the things you do? Do you have any support system or people that you can talk to at home about it?
No, not really.
Do you have any close friends or family?
No.
No? All right. Well, I do have some resource cards. These are different counseling centers and different organizations that could help get you some of the help that you need if that's something that you want to look into. Is that something that you would be interested in for something you think you'd use?
Maybe.
Maybe. I'm gonna leave these with you, and I'd like to, if you're all right with it, develop a little bit of a safety plan. So the next time your partner gets violent or angry when you have those arguments and disagreements, some stuff that you could do to help protect yourself.
Okay.
So one thing I like to suggest is if you are in a situation where your partner is angry or violent, making sure that you have a way to get out of the house, out of the area. So not trapping yourself in a bathroom, maybe trying to avoid the kitchen where there could be potential weapons and things like that. It's also good to maybe have a bag packed if there's a situation where you need to leave quickly, and maybe keeping these cards with that, and maybe having some phone numbers of people you could call for help. Does that sound like something you could do?
Yeah.
Yeah, because from what you've been saying, I'm just concerned for your safety and want to make sure that we can get you the help you need and keep you safe.
Okay.
All right, well, Maria, thank you so much for talking with me about this. I know it's hard to talk about. It's kind of a personal subject.
Thank you.
But hopefully we can talk again in the future. And if you you ever need anything, always feel free to call the office. And then there's a hotline on here for if you ever need help, and there's some different services there for you.